Hi, I'm Tim, and welcome to WatchYouWant.com. Thanks for logging on. Today, we're looking at a piece that takes me back to my old neighborhood, Long Island, or, as the locals call it, Long Island. This is the Franck Muller Long Island with big date, automatic. This watch is 18 karat white gold, and it measures 45 millimeters from case top to case bottom. It's a large rectangular watch designed to pay tribute to the Art Deco style of the Roaring '20s, and truth be told, early to mid-30s. But we're going to play fast and loose with art history here because it just works too well. The idea is that this watch is evocative of the kind of irreverent, groundbreaking style of modern art during the heyday of the Long Island Roaring '20s period. If you can think of the Great Gatsby, the remake that came out in 2013, I took my mom to see that one, you get a sense of the kind of energy this watch is supposed to inspire. It's drawing from that sort of groundbreaking, new age, sky's the limit party atmosphere that sort of pervaded the entire decade, and you can see that in the dial. Now, first and foremost, as a tribute to an Art Deco period, it is a rectangular watch. Strong rectilinear geometries came out of the Art Deco period, inspired by the 1925 Exposition Internationale des Arts Décoratifs. Art Deco became the term. But while Art Deco is known for strong linear geometries, the Franck Muller Long Island, which is inspired by that era, takes its initial cues from Art Deco and then elaborates from there. This watch is no stranger to curves and compound curves. As you can see from the side, the watch is actually extensively cambered, and not only is the case itself arced, but the crystal itself is highly cambered. That's an interesting, fine, and unusual touch. You don't see too many curved sapphire crystals like that, and it really adds a lot of character to the watch, makes it very unique. Now on the wrist, it's important to note before I go any further that this is a 45 millimeter watch, but in terms of how it wears, it's far more like a 42. If you can think of a 42 millimeter round watch, think of something like a current generation, a 6-digit reference number Rolex Explorer 2. That's a good comparison. This watch doesn't wear like a 45, like say a large Panerai Radiomir, and because it is cambered and it has short, tightly soldered lugs, it really just wears like it's 45. It doesn't have the projecting lugs that you see from other watches that are large. With a 6 1/3 inch wrist, that's 16 centimeters for our System International friends out there, this watch wears just fine on me, and because the strap, though alligator, is very thinly bolstered and very supple, and it can also pull down at 90 degrees relative to the edge of the case, you can wear this watch on a relatively petite wrist despite its size. Again, 45 wears more like a 42, and a smaller 42 at that. But you'll feel that premium heft of white gold. The watch and the corresponding pin buckle, which is a nice traditional touch, are both 18 karat white gold, and they're brilliant. Now, as a complement to the silvered guilloche large 31 by roughly, I'd say, 41 millimeter dial, the combination is completely classical dress watch. White metal, black numerals, and a grand date right here at 12 o'clock. It's a classical arrangement, but you can see that the rendition of it is clearly Franck Muller. You have these crazy, vaguely Art Deco-inspired numerals, large, chemically blued spade hands. Those are actually kiln-fired, not, the so-called painted hands of some lesser marks. And there's a beautiful decoration. There's an inner chapter ring, a so-called railroad or sector dial, that surrounds the inside of the hour track, and then around the subdial at 6 o'clock, there's a corresponding matching smaller sector dial. Now, the Long Island is one of the flagship pieces in the Franck Muller collection. Introduced in 2000, there have been a couple of variations of it, but throughout it's been Franck Muller's rectangular watch. Now, he has his tonneau curve X's, he does have round references, but outrageous expressive dials, shaped cases, that's the essence of Franck Muller. If you're going to go Franck Muller, you're going to go with the tonneau or you're going to go with a rectangle. And because of the camber of this case, this is a fantastic option. So, back where I come from, we have a huge expanse of North Shore Gold Coast mansions. The Vanderbilt's old place, Eagle's Nest. We have the Comset Manor. We have a place called Easterly, Old Westbury Gardens, many others. And you can just sort of take a tour of them. And as you do, you sort of get the vibe that radiates from this watch. The spirit of its age, there's very much a zeitgeist factor that you feel when you're around those places. You can feel the energy of the events that sort of take you back in time, and that's what this Franck Muller Long Island Grand Date Automatic really does. Available from watchyouwant.com, this is a watch that's expressive not just of its age, but of our sort of romanticized recollection of the age. Sure, there's a little bit of rose-colored glasses involved, but it's a beautiful dream. This Franck Muller Long Island is available with all factory Franck Muller boxes and papers, originally retailed in 2005. We have the original certificate of origin, all factory accessories, manuals, documents. Take a look at this watch on our website, watchyouwant.com. We are the pre-owned luxury watch specialists. I'm confident that on our website, you can find the watch you want.